What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another video. My name is Shantae. I'm the founder of Creatives Unbox. Our mission is to help creatives win where others quit. And in my last video, first of all, I want to thank everyone for the feedback that I've gotten from the last video. We talked about manufactured proximity, and it is a powerful message because it really speaks to how people will act around you when you have success, when you have motion, when you have recognition, when you're about to get on bigger platforms, when you have a big platform. It really just shines light on how your light can attract people. And it can attract good people, it can attract not so good people. And you have to be able to discern what are you attracting and why, or who are you attracting and why all of a sudden are these people around you, now that you're making a name for yourself, your social media account has grown, you got a fancy new car, you're dating one of the most beautiful women in the school, or whatever it is, whatever is drawing attention to you. You have to see, why are all these people wanting to be around me all of a sudden? Is it because they really care about me? Do they really love me? Are they helping me? Are they really trying to build something together, or are they just trying to take from me? You have to really see and open your eyes and just look around you. Like right now, like literally, like look around you, and I'm talking uh figuratively. Look around. Who is around you and why? Where did they come from? Who sent them? Where did they come from? Who sent them? Because when you really think about life, like if you really strip down this life that we live, it really comes down to our decisions. If you really think about it, life is really about our decisions. Each decision that we make has a response. It has a reaction. It has a consequence, a good consequence or a bad consequence. But when you strip down our life is really about decisions. And if you look at any religious text, do you notice something? Just the basics of the text, it's really warning you about other people and how to deal with people. If you really, any religious text that you read, what is it teaching you? It's teaching you strategy on how to deal with people. Am I lying? Like literally, if you, any religious text is teaching you, it's warning you, it's saying, hey, don't deal with this person. Find a person like this. This is trying to show you how to navigate people, because people and can be our biggest downfall. The people we deal with can be our biggest downfall, or it could be the greatest thing in our life. There are people, not everybody is out to get us, so to speak. But if you really think about it, who we deal with can make or break our destiny, our life. Think about it. How many people are not here on this earth anymore because they were in the wrong crowd? They had the wrong people around them. And so with this manufactured proximity, today I want to teach you how to actually recognize it when it's forming. How do we recognize it when it's forming? When we look at our past situations, if we had a fallout with someone, if we left a job, if we left a business, if we left a business partner, if we left an organization, if we left a relationship, it's like we don't really start seeing everything until after we left. That's when the big revelation comes, like, oh, they were doing this the whole time. Oh, I noticed that. Why didn't I see that in the beginning? Right? Because the people that we deal with, especially people who are using manufactured proximity. And if you recall the last video, I said manufactured proximity is when people fake and they put on a persona because they want to get close to you for whatever reason, right? It's manufactured proximity. Like they studied your social media, they studied you, they found out information about you, they asked other people about you, they got as much information as they could on you, they saw your name is attached to something, and so they manufacture themselves to somehow get in proximity to you. They may know that you go to a certain restaurant every Friday, as I referenced in the last video. You go to a restaurant every Friday, so all of a sudden now they show up at that restaurant and they act surprised that they ran into you. And then all of a sudden they're trying to exchange information with you, trying to schedule a dinner with you, or but it wasn't an organic interaction. It was manufactured. They knew where you were going to be, and they positioned themselves to meet up with you, to run into you. And they make it seem like it's organic, but they already did their research on you. So they know how they're going to approach you. They know the keywords to throw at you. They know the lies that they may want to tell to try to get you interested in whatever they want to tell you or sell you. But it's all to get proximity to you, right? But we want to recognize this while it's forming so that we can make good judgments. We want to recognize it while it's forming so that we can make good judgments about who is going to be around us, right? So I want you to look around. Look around. Who is around you? And we've seen this. There are so many case studies. I wanted to talk about certain celebrities, but I'm gonna hold back on that for just for, you know, I don't want to cross any boundaries. I'll just say that with my opinions on some of these celebrity stories and how they definitely were around the wrong people, and they will enable you. They will see your weakness, and that's what the wrong people around you will do. They will see your weakness and they will feed your weakness. If they know you're addicted to lust, they will feed that to you. If they know you're addicted to food, they will aid you in your demise while they're getting your blueprint. And then what they'll do is when you're down, they're going to be secretly leveling up while they're destroying you. And then all of a sudden you look up and they're looking over you like, what happened to you? And they're treating you like you're the problem when they were the one feeding the issues to you. And then they try to appear as the hero and like and make it look like you fell off, when the whole plot was to help you fall off so that they can compete with you and they can checkmate. I'm telling you, this is the psychology, and this is how people move. So you have to be wise. And this can be a man or a woman. This can be a man or a woman. They get close to you to see where your strength is, and they see where your weaknesses are. And they make a plan to slowly use those to their advantage to get what they want out of you. So why does this matter? Why am I even talking about this? It's to make you aware, because you have to protect yourself in this world. I don't know if a lot of parents, they're not teaching these things to their kids. And then their kids get into the world and they're just body slammed on the ground. Right? Because life don't care. Life is going to happen. Life will life. Life is lifing. What did they say? Life is lifing. Right? Parents aren't teaching these things. And even so, you still have to experience life on your own. You know, your parents can't teach everything. You know, you have to experience life on your own too. But it's just so important just to be exposed to this so you're not blindsided. I've seen people lose millions of dollars. I've seen people lose their homes. I've seen people's families get broken up. I've seen people's kids having to go to therapy. I've seen it all because of this thing called manufactured proximity. So who does this impact? If you, like I said, if you're going to have motion, if you plan to be a public figure, if you're going to be more visible in the media, if you're going to have more visibility in your community, in your city, if you're running for office, if you're like in politics, if you're on the board, if you're in the church, if you're wherever you are, these principles apply because people are everywhere. What is the common denominator? You're going to deal with people everywhere. People are going to be drawn to you. People are going to want to be around you. So let's get into, how do you spot it in your own life? How do you spot manufactured proximity? How do you see the pattern, right? So you have to really look at the timing shift, right? Think about the timing shift. When you blew up, were they there before? When you started getting momentum, were those people present before? And if the answer is no, okay, park right there. So now that you have momentum, these people are coming around. Are they coming around just to hang out? Are they coming around because what exactly are they wanting from you? Are they pitching a business to you? Are they trying to do a partnership? Are they trying to collab? You know, let's collab, let's collab. Are they trying to collab? What exactly do they want? You really have to pay attention to the timing of when people come into your life or when people come around you, especially when you get momentum. And I see this, let me just say this. I notice a trend. I'm telling you, you have to see the pattern. So I notice when the rappers, female rappers, I notice when female rappers, when their career starts to get bigger, when they really start to get momentum and they start to blow up, all of a sudden a man comes into their life and they're pregnant. And there's nothing wrong with being pregnant, nothing wrong with being a mother, but I always notice, I was like, why is it always when they're about to pop off, when they're getting some motion, when the female rapper finally goes viral, here comes this man, and then they're pregnant, and then they fall off, right? And I'm not going to call any names specifically. You can do a Google or search. But have you noticed that? Look at the timing. That's why I always see it. I'm like, here comes a man. She's about to blow up. Oh, she's about to get pregnant. And it's not that there's anything wrong with it, but why is it right when you've worked so hard to get where you are in your career? And it's not saying put your career before family or a relationship, but could it be that these men are distractions and that they're just trying to ride off of your momentum? They just want to be connected to you because you have a name, you have resources, you have money, right? I mean, really think about it. Why is it all the I'm just thinking back on all the female rappers, like they were just popping off. They got that big feature and then they get pregnant and they disappear. Or they lose motivation. They try to come back, make a comeback in music, but the drive and the hunger is just not there. You can just tell, like that hustle is just not there in the music anymore. So you have to look at the timing of why are people coming around you. So that's number one. So I'm going to do 5 signs of how to spot it in your own life. So number one is look at the timing of when these people come around. Look at the timing and pay attention to that. Okay, number 2, the intensity spike. The intensity spike. Have you ever noticed there's like this one person, they're just so eager to hang out, and it kind of makes you uncomfortable, right? It's not like a natural thing. It's like, oh man, when we gonna hang out? When we gonna hang? It's like they keep pushing, like this closeness, this urgency, right? They're just always just laughing and smiling in your face, and they're just so excited to hang out. Where they do that at, right? It Have you ever felt that? It's like this person just keeps saying, oh, we need to hang out, we need to hang out. And it's to like push you to be like, oh, what are you doing? They Instead of them saying, hey, can we go to dinner or something, they keep pushing you to make the move to hang out, right? They're always calling you. It's like they're trying to become your best friend all of a sudden. And you know what I'm talking about, because the energy is kind of weird. You feel kind of weird, but you don't want to be rude and you don't want to seem like you're pushing them off, but you just feel this kind of icky feeling. Trust that. Trust that. If you feel something weird when someone's trying to always hang with you, trust that, because a lot of times it's for surveillance. They want to see, they just have to get close enough to you to watch how you move, like to see how you do things, to ask you questions. And this is how, let me tell you the tactic. So they can't just give their plan all up front. They have to get it little by little. So they're going to ask you a question here. And then the next time you hang out, they're going to slip in a certain question here. Then the next time they hang out, y'all hang out, they slip in another question. And then this is the play. They're going to open up to you emotionally because they want you to open up emotionally so they can get more information on you. And that's what they want. They have to get close to you because they have to get you talking, because they're going to use your words against you at one point. That's the tactic. That's the play. That's why let me get super close. I gotta get close. And they try to do it quickly before you catch on to what they're doing. But they go about it wrong, right? They try to hurry up and do it to try to like keep your interest as fast as they can and as long as they can. But it just doesn't work like that. So if you feel just some kind of weird feeling when they want to hang out, trust that, and you're gonna have to get rid of them or be nice or encourage them, be busy. And this leads to number 3. So the mirroring effect. So, and again, what I'm talking about is we're talking about how do you recognize the patterns of manufactured proximity and how people move and what they're doing. So number 3, so the mirroring effect. So all of a sudden they start to look like you, they start to adopt your aesthetic, they start talking like you, they start adopting your interests. Like all of a sudden they never ate sushi, and you love sushi, now they love sushi. All of a sudden they dye their hair the same hair color as yours. All of a sudden they're wearing a certain piece of clothing that you only wear, like you wear ties. Now all of a sudden they're wearing ties. I remember this one girl. This was kind of a weird situation. I don't even know why I did this, but I was friends with this guy and he wanted me to help his girlfriend lose weight, which I should have been smarter about this situation, because in my mind, first of all, I didn't like the guy, not my type. He was just a friend, nothing else. There was no interest, but I had to remember that's not how women think. So, women think that any girl that deals with their guy, that she probably likes him, and I didn't. But I was, out of respect to him, I was like, yeah, I'll help his girlfriend lose weight. She had a goal. I think before she went to see her parents, she wanted to drop some pounds, and they lived in my neighborhood. So I was like, yeah, cool. So, we would walk, we would do walking, and sometimes I would like push her to run and all of that. And I noticed, like every time we would go walk, she would get quieter and quieter. And like we would like talk in the beginning, like when we meet up, it'd be like, hey, you ready? Da da da. And then she would just get silent, and we would just be walking in silence. Like she wasn't trying to engage with me really. She was just kind of distant, and I would think that if someone is taking time out of their day for free to try to help you to lose weight, there would just be a little bit more engagement. And then, some weeks went by, and one day we went to do a walk, and then she comes around the corner, and I see this girl with my exact hair color. My hair, I had purple highlights in my hair. I kid you not. This girl walked around the corner with purple highlights. And I was like, what? I was like, what is this girl? Why is she trying to look like me? Like it was obvious. And then I was like, oh, okay. So she's mirroring me, right? She started copying my aesthetic, and I get it because I'm telling you, this is how some women think. She probably thought her man was attracted to me. So us walking, she had proximity to me, and she was studying me. And she, I guess, saw my hair and had the same hair color as me. And it's funny too, because that was the last day I walked with her. I was too busy after that, because for one, it just got weird. It felt weird. And that's why I say, if something feels weird, trust it. Because you don't just walk with someone, and it wasn't like we were walking 10 minutes. We were walking like 1 to 2 hours, and you're not trying to engage with me or get to know me, at least on a surface level, so when people just start to look like you, and you'll know because you'll feel weird and you'll kind of give a side eye. Trust yourself. I'm telling you, trust your nervous system, trust your reactions, because your intuition is on point. Your intuition can pick stuff up. So if they start to look like you, baby, this is manufactured proximity. And once they get the confidence that they need and they felt like they got everything they need to get from you, the drama is going to follow. So get out, get out. Okay, so that was number 3, where they mirror you. Okay, number 4, the access request. So the access request, all of a sudden they're like, put me on, invite me, introduce me. It's like they don't let you lead that and decide if you want to introduce them to people or put them on, but they keep pushing you to put them on or invite them to something or introduce them to someone. That's manufactured proximity. They just want access to your circle and who you have access to. And be careful with this, because this is why I don't put everybody on, because first of all, I got to know how you are. You can ruin your opportunities by putting people on and you not knowing who this person is and how they work and their work ethic. Right? Just because someone says put them on, do not do that. They can mess up your name, your reputation, because if you recommend someone, people are going to deal with them based off your name and your integrity. And then if this person turns out to be crazy, and it's going to come back on you, and people aren't going to trust your recommendations and how you move. So you have to be careful with that. And that's another indicator. If someone's always like, oh, what you got going, they always asking what you got going. Why do you want to know? They always want to know what kind of motion you have, what you're working on? It's monitoring. They're monitoring you because they're studying your blueprint, and they're trying to see how to leverage your motion for their plan. Right. And then number 5, it's the public visibility attached. Like they're always appearing near your wins. Like they always want to, like if you're winning, they always want to be in the spotlight with you. They always want to be in the pictures with you. They always want to be next to you. Right? When stuff is popping off, it's like, I don't know, it's like they just know, they just pop up. They're always there, and you're like, what is going on? You kind of feel it, but you don't want to seem like, you think you're too good or you're leaving people behind, but your nervous system is telling you, like, why are they always around? They always find some way to be around me. Why do they always know where I'm going to be at? And they're always around. It's like they're not even working on their own thing. Like what motion do they have? It's just like they're just trying to attach to you. They're trying to pitch stuff to you, like, oh, let's do that. What do you think about doing this? Oh, put me on your social media. Right? It's always like they're trying to attach themselves to your visibility. Every time you win, it's like they try to find some way to attach themselves. Like and this is another thing. How do I say this? What I don't like, as far as like a lot of women in entertainment and the industry, is that just they make their relationship a part of their brand, right? So I want to see the woman shine on her own. It's like whenever she gets a man, now the man is a part of her brand that she built, but now he's riding her coattail, and she can't stand alone. But every time she's winning, you look and the attention goes back to her relationship and not to how talented the woman is. You know what I mean? And that can go for the man too. But I noticed that with a lot of women, like they built their brand, they're getting some momentum, and then they get in a relationship, and all of a sudden the attention goes to the relationship and not the actual wins and who that person is and what they built. So I want to say organic proximity, it should grow slowly, right? This kind of thing should grow slowly. So compared to manufactured proximity, it accelerates quickly. And the reason why manufactured proximity accelerates quickly is because they're trying to fool you. So they have to move quickly. They have to move quickly so you don't figure out what's going on. They have to move quickly so you can't really figure out what's going on, and they can get what they need to get, and they can get out. So I don't want to make this video too long, but I just wanted to just kind of drop that on you. And I want to just say this: not everyone close to you is calculating, But when your value rises, calculation increases. So you have to know that this is what comes. When your value rises, as you get better, as you start to look, baby, when you start to get in that gym and that body start to get better, I'm telling you, all of a sudden, people want to be around you. And then all of a sudden people don't want to be around you when you, you know, so visibility really exposes those, it really exposes those who aren't for you too. And just know that the more visible you become, the more deliberate you have to be. So I just kind of just wanted to talk on those points, and I hope something stood out. And like I said in my last video, you cannot hear this stuff too much. Don't think you hear this one time and you got it. Sometimes these videos are therapeutic for me because it's me reminding myself as I go higher, as I build my brand, to be aware of who was really there with me before the momentum. All right, talk to you later.